Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Today on the Alex Jones Show, Alex was talking about how he was feeling euphoric over the victories that we have witnessed here over the course of the last 2 weeks. Of course, the election of Donald Trump, who he's beginning to nominate, and the fact that we are dominating the rhetoric, controlling the narrative. But we can also see how our numbers are exploding on YouTube. Now, I'm a competitive person, and Donald Trump said that we were going to be sick of winning. We were going to win so much that we'd be sick of it. Well, I personally am not sick of winning. So just on YouTube, now this is obviously one platform, but I just wanted to talk about this because this illustrates how we really are winning, folks. This isn't just rhetoric. Infowars and the quote-unquote alt-right or conspiracy theorist or fake news, whatever they want to deem you, the point is we are winning. We have the audience. Let's look at some of the YouTube channels and their numbers compared to Infowars' YouTube channel. Here are some of the YouTube channels for some of the big news corporations out there. Fox News, you can see here, 400,000 subscribers, just over that. So we have 1.8 million. They've got 400,000. They've got a video that's been up there for a day, doesn't even get 10,000 views. We can move on here to the next one. Again, we're just looking, this is CNN. They've got 1.6 million, so they're not doing too bad, but we're still beating them. But there's a video that's been up for 2 years that they just leave there. They've got 2 million views on that video. We've almost got 2 million views on the Age Skrillex video. It hadn't even been up for a year. But you know what? CNN, not bad, 1.6, but we're still beating them. Let's move on to the next one here. MSNBC, oh, a whopping 225,000. Look at that. 654 views on their latest video. I put up a video in the morning here, and within an hour, it's got thousands of views. So we are crushing you, MSNBC. NBC News, another example, 321,000. They can't even get 1,000 views on a video they put up 2 days ago. So they are a non-entity, a total non-factor on YouTube. Sky News. Let's just roll through these a little bit quicker, guys. Sky News, again, under 500,000 subscribers. They do have 2,000 people watching right now. When Infowars goes live, we get tens of thousands of people to tune in. BBC News, under 1 million. These are the biggest news outlets. These are the mainstream news. These are the people that are upset that call us fake news because we're beating them. And it's their followers who are the ones calling us fake news, making lists because, well, their saviors in the press, well, they're not saving them and they're losing. Even Univision Noticias, this is Univision News, under 1 million subscribers. Not bad on the total view count there from a day ago. I'll give them a little credit there, 20,000. That almost competes with us. But sorry, we've actually got double the subscribers as you do. Here's Bloomberg. They've got under 500,000. They're live right now. They don't even have 1,000 people tuned in. So we are beating you, Bloomberg. I'm not sick of winning yet either. I'm continuing to enjoy this. New York Times, under 1 million subscribers. The video up for a month doesn't even have 20,000 views. So I guess another example of us beating mainstream news on the internet. Now, ABC, they do have more subscribers than us. I got to give them credit there. But if you look at their views on their videos, they do not get as many views as we do. So I think that that illustrates that people are more loyal into going to Infowars and the Alex Jones channel to go watch all the content we put out. Here's CBS News. They got hardly anybody that goes and seeks out their news. And Infowars on YouTube, the Alex Jones channel. Now, here's just an example of some of the personalities that go on these outlets. Nobody wants to follow them. Nobody seeks out their content on YouTube. Anderson Cooper, this is the official page. It doesn't even have an image up. Under 200 subscribers. Anderson Cooper is a nothing. A nothing. If they didn't have TV, they wouldn't exist. And you can see this with some of the other ones. Angela Rye, she is one of the worst. You know what? I'm sure she may be a nice woman, maybe a fine mother, but she is actually probably one of the worst pundits I've ever seen in the world. Here's Megyn Kelly. Again, nothing. No subscribers. Folks, I'm a nothing. I'm a nobody. And I have over 15,000 subscribers. That's because the our audience is the real audience. Our audience is the engaged audience. There you go, folks. One day ago, we have almost 150,000 views on that video, 1.8 million subscribers. We thank all of you out there who have launched us to the top. We are now at the pinnacle, folks. Just because we're not on the cable television news doesn't mean we're fake. I can promise you that. I'm going to read real news, and then I'm going to provide my perspective on it. That's not fake. That is real. And besides, you decide what is real. That's on you, not your government, not your mommy or daddy. You think news is fake? That's up to you, not someone else to decide. So this to me just illustrates how we have more viewers, we have the audience. And the reason why I go to YouTube, yes, that's one platform, but I feel like it's a illustration of how people seek out Alex Jones. They go to the internet, they have to type in the name, they have to go to our channel, they actually seek out, they want to get the information, they want to get the intel from us. Nobody does that with CNN, nobody does that with Fox News. It's just convenient, they just have to flip on the light box and the channel is already there ready to go for them. Nobody actually wants to seek out and get that news. So what is the response that we're seeing from the establishment now that we are winning and we have the aggregation to prove it? Well, we've seen this. They want to start policing the internet, warning you of fake news. China presses tech firms to police the internet. China invited global tech executives for a conference this week where it pitched its version of the web. So wait a second, Alex Jones was right? Fake news was right? Alex has been telling you that they wanted to bring in Chinese-style censorship to the web. Now they're taking the mask off. And like I said, they're rolling this out. We've had stories like this all week long. We've had lists saying fake news. Google and Facebook want to censor fake news. Who are they talking about? They're talking about us, folks, because we're kicking their ass. So what do that's their response. Again, this is the difference between people at Infowars or the alt-right and people on the radical left is when we disagree with you, when we see you saying something we disagree with, we come at you. We want to debate you. We want to win in the minds and the hearts of the public. What do? You try to shut us up. You try to say we're fake. You try to say that we're racist. That's the other one too. So here you go. CNN smearing Trump supporters. They just call everybody a racist. I remember when this used to be a joke. I remember like 2 years ago joking around, oh, racist this, racist that, racist. I didn't think it would actually reach this level. It's become reality. They literally call you a racist. So if I want to debate someone from the radical left, I cannot get a word in edgewise without being called a racist, fake news, or a conspiracy theorist. So how am I supposed to actually grow intellectually when I can't have discourse with you to try to understand where the other is coming from? It's not possible. That's why these people are stuck in arrested development. Now, Pat Cadell said they need to start a new clean effort to inform the American people, not to dictate to them. This is a loss of journalism. Bingo. Could not have said it better myself. It's not journalism when you come out at your audience with an agenda that is bought and paid for, folks. It's not journalism when you have things that you cannot talk about. It's not journalism when you try to silence your opposition. No, that's a dictatorship. And that's exactly what this is. And this is what we're seeing in the EU. We're not letting EU go. German finance minister warns that Britain could still be paying into Brussels into 2030. Britain could be forced to write checks to Brussels until 2030, despite voting to leave the EU. That's the dictatorship. Well, you know, the people have spoken. They don't want this, but we're just going to go ahead and do it anyway. And of course, Merkel and Obama were meeting to talk about this in a very, very, very strange setup they had with a dinner table in the middle of a room, very awkward. And then I guess there was like one camera person let in to take this picture. It was like a total setup. Very strange. It looks a little awkward, a little demon-like, perhaps goblin-like, a little goblin dinner for you right there. But that's the response, folks. The globalists are freaking out. The establishments are freaking out because we are winning. You are winning. And don't let them silence you. Now is the time to speak out. Now is the time to be noticed. Now is the time to be outspoken and to force our political points home because we are winning. Let's take these people. We've got them against the ropes, folks. We'll be back. Nightly News Monday, 7 p.m. Central. Thanks to everybody who tuned in.
Alex Jones here with a very important news update to anybody out there that wants to be prepared. But it goes beyond being prepared. Our bodies absolutely must have the good halogen iodine or we will die. And you look at all of the thyroid problems and all the people that don't have energy and that have all sorts of hormone problems. And from my research and a lot of just mainline research, it leads back to iodine over and over and over again. It's as important as vitamin C. If you don't get iodine, you die. But most people are just deficient, so they're low energy, they're sick. You got to have iodine in your body so that your body can produce the hormones you need. It is the base to so many things. And since I got into iodine 4 years ago, we've helped change the entire paradigm by developing and bringing to the public deep earth crystals from 7 to 12,000 feet of the purest iodine available. Other iodine comes from the ocean or from other byproducts of chemical facilities and is tainted. It's bound. It's not absorbable. I tried it. And I had incredible effects even with dirty iodine because the body needs it. When you don't have iodine, it absorbs the chlorine, the fluoride, and all these other bad halogens. It's such a game changer if you'll just research iodine for yourself. It's a fact that the federal government in the Midwest back in the 20s mandated a grungier form of iodine to the salt because people had low IQs, they had huge goiters, major problems directly connected to it. There are some studies that show a 15-point increase. Others show even higher. But it really is crazy to realize that this is something that is so deficient in our food chain, so deficient in our played out fields where different crops are being grown, but the federal government isn't educating people and telling them about it. That's why for a limited time, I want to encourage everyone to go to InfoWarsLife.com and get 20% off on the best nascent iodine out there from our research, truly pure Survival Shield X2. Again, that's Survival Shield Nascent Iodine X2. Thank you for joining us in this brief news update. Do yourself and your family a favor and check out the importance of iodine for yourself. I think you're going to be blown away. And whatever you do, support the broadcast and get a bottle of Survival Shield Nascent Iodine X2. Also consult your physician because if you've been deficient in it or have other issues, it can have some dramatic effects. As for me and most folks I talk to, it's been a game changer in the positive column, but still consult your physician because iodine is no joke. It's a key building block of the body. And if you haven't had it for a long time and suddenly have it, some folks say they've experienced things like a detoxing effect and things like that. You've got to have vitamin C. You've got to have iodine to live. You got to have water to live. Iodine is key. You must have it, but consult your physician first before you get powerful Survival Shield Nascent Iodine X2 at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll free. We can answer your questions, 888-253-3139.